But what I decided to do this time is why not demonstrate things in songs, right? So play songs, let you hear them performed as a solo performer, if you like, or with percussion, through a PA system, as if you were going out and playing at a club or something like that as a solo player. And of course I'm going to do some looping, going to improvise over the loops, stuff like that as well. But based around songs, right? Because I say to guys, play me a song. And a lot of guys can't play a song, they haven't learned any of that. They can play you a Led Zeppelin riff, but I go, that's not really much use at a party or for gigs or anything like that. So I truly advocate having some repertoire. Okay, so I'm basing this workshop around repertoire that I use. So I've learnt it for a reason. It's no cigarette then. So basing it around repertoire and what you would use it for, I think makes a lot of sense. So anyway, with all that to be said, I'm going to play my first song for you. Everything good, Jim? Okay. Thank you so much. So Smokey Robinson done the Robbie Calvo way. And I always say to guys, I think it's really cool if you do your own versions of songs, right? We've heard the original, we've heard all of that. So is it a way that you can actually be your own artist using material that other people already know? And I think it's a really great way. Sorry, the guitar went out a little bit in the tune. So I just think it's a great way of approaching that. And then when I'm playing live at my gigs, if you're playing on an acoustic guitar, playing for 3 hours, how do you improvise effectively without killing yourself? You know, because it's hard to play an acoustic guitar and improvise, correct? Would you agree with that? Okay. So what I did was I developed my double stop ideas, all right? So double stops are 2 notes played at the same time that are of a different pitch. And you saw me playing those ideas in my solo. And what that does is it gives me a harmony on my melody, and it allows me to play phrased ideas that can be repeated, right? So hooks and motifs and things that you develop, all right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of reiterate that. I'm going to re-loop this because it's a little bit out of tune. So what did you see me looping as well? Okay. Do you know how hard that is with a percussion loop? Really hard. It's hard enough just with a guitar, but when you're doing it with a track, it's really hard. Yeah. So it's on my iPad. I'm triggering it here. It's running into an insert point, and then I can actually loop it as well with the guitar. No. So my foot is the sync operator. Hold on a second. Sorry? Not if you get it right. Right. Well, then you saw me turn off the iPad. If you leave that running and that's going, they will drift. It doesn't matter how good you are. This is mechanical, right? Yeah, so it's an art form in itself, and we can talk about looping. I'm here to talk about that with you, and we'll do that throughout this workshop. Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, you have to turn it off once you've recorded it. Yeah. Sorry, your question was about the harmony. No, it's actually a standalone pedal, and you guys probably carry it, right? The TC Harmony Singer. So it's just nice to kick in for choruses. Anyway, so over to the double stop ideas, and then I'm going to talk about the guitar. Do you like the sound of this guitar? Pretty cool, right? Playing through a PA. So I'll tell you about the guitar in a second. So what I'll do is let me re-loop this. Watch what I'm doing, okay? How I approach it and what I do in the process of doing that, because it might help you with your gigs and stuff, okay? So kicking my track. A lot more sonic energy than just single notes. Would you agree with that? And I just think it's a great way of getting more energy out of an acoustic guitar and not killing yourself in the process, all right? And of course, you've got to target chord tones, else playing just random sixths and stuff. I'm playing in the key of G. I'm playing diatonic from the key of G major. So there's major and minor sixths, major and minor thirds. And you work those out based on the diatonic chords, okay? And it's just a great way of coloring those tones. So Another idea for you guys. I was playing at the beginning of my solo a motif, wasn't I? This. And then I repeated it. A great way of getting more mileage out of single notes is repeating motifs, and what I call that is 3+1. So I'll play a 2-bar phrase once, I'll play it again and change it slightly. Play it the third time, there's my 3, change it slightly again, and my fourth idea will be a crescendo line to end my solo. So 3 2-bar phrases, 1 2-bar phrase that's different, okay? So check this out and see what you think. I'll turn up my guitar a bit for the solo stuff. Okay. These are all things where you're a solo performer, you've got a guitar, maybe some percussion, maybe not. I'm going to play just solo guitar in a minute and sing. And what I say to guys is it's not a crime to fill out your sound. You haven't got anyone else to do it, so you do it. So if you can add a touch of delay, some reverb, all right? Obviously get a great sound system like the Stage Pass that I'm using, which is Yamaha's new system. And dial it in to work for you, right? Make as much sonic energy as you can for wherever you play. And then if the venue says to me, well, I don't want, you know, the percussion loops, I can just take those out of the equation and just play the song like this. People say I'm the life of the party, 'cause I tell a joke or two. So I've got all of that at my disposal. Okay, any questions on what I did melodically, the double stops, or any of those things? Yeah. Yeah, and I've done that before. So I'm having to move the workshops along to get through all the guitars, and I want to get deep with you on this stuff, but I can't. But yes, so an idea for that would be, you could have your looper going, right? You know you're going to trigger your looper. And a lot of guys are using, maybe that's the snare, right? So you've got the opportunity to do that on the guitar and get more complex with it if you want to. And of course this guitar, which I want to tell you about, we have a piezo pickup, a sensor, and a microphone in it. So this top is very lively. Can you hear that? Which is when I kicked in my boost for the solo, it's very lively, so I had to step back and you heard it starting to feedback. So I have to control that. But this would be a perfect guitar for some percussion like that, looping, etc. And this is the FG Red label that was introduced in 1966, and they reintroduced it this year with a new pickup system called Atmosphere. And Atmosphere is an undersaddle transducer, a sensor and a microphone. And I've got it set just dead center, all right? And to me it sounds incredibly natural, so I'll just play the guitar acoustic. Don't know if you can hear that. Amplified. Yeah, absolutely. This has become a favorite of mine. I played it for the first time last week, and I usually strum that song, and it was like, it's so alive with the fingers. I just wanted to do it like that. So, excellent guitar. So, FG Red label, Atmosphere pickup system. All right, so those 3 elements. We've got a beautiful top here it's an ARE treatment, so they use heat, moisture, and pressure to create an aged top, which makes it more resonant quickly, all right? Mahogany back and sides and neck. And just a super-sized guitar as well. Super comfortable. Probably saw how comfortable it is for me to just hold this guitar. This is my electric guitar strap. So I'm going to change all the guitars on the same strap. And I just loved this guitar. Neck feels super easy to play as well. So anyway, remember that FG Red Label. If you get a chance tonight, pick one up and play it. And if you want to hear it plugged in, we'll plug it in for you. Okay?
Are there any strings that you prefer on that instrument?
Well, this comes standard with elixirs. So these are 12s to 53s, and that's standard now on Yamaha guitars. And I think we've got some giveaways, haven't we, Mandy? Some free sets of elixirs, so don't disappear later. We'll give you some strings. Anyway, and an incentive, 10% off anything that we've got here tonight, and it's a great deal. Okay, I'm going to move on to another guitar. If you've got the questions on what I was talking about, we can always revisit on another guitar, all right? So I'm going to keep moving forward, be thinking of things.
Is it appropriate to ask while you bring these guitars up what the price point is?
Absolutely it is. Mandy, on the FSX3, what's the price on this?
The normal price is $9.99.
Okay.
For the case. And it also comes in the dreadnought size, which is back here. So
Yeah.
Bigger than that one?
it's bigger. It's more like a standard.
Yeah, dreadnought.
It's a little smaller.
Yeah,
Makes it more comfortable.
it really is, yeah. And the other thing, and you'll hear this with the different guitars, I always say pick a guitar that doesn't overpower your voice. Don't just pick a guitar. Choose what you're going to use it for. And if it's too big for you, maybe it's going to overpower you, right? So
Could you give us that model number one last time?
FSX3. And there's also an FSX5 as well. And I think the difference is one's made in China, one's made in Japan. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is the 3, and it's just as good as the 5. I played the 5 last week, and they're both excellent. Okay, now I'm going to move on to an all-Koa guitar. So it's all solid Koa, back and sides, and ebony tuners on it. And this has got, it is an A series guitar, and it's called A4K for Koa. And the pickup system in this has mic modeling in it. So you've got a Neumann mic model and a ribbon microphone model in it. And you can blend that with the piezo pickup. And going to have a different tonality. Koa has a different tonality to it. Very warm straight off the bat. You know, it's going to have a nice played-in sound to it, very rich and full. I'm going to play a bit of slide on it. See what you guys think. But this has been my kind of go-to guitar for live gigs because of the modeling on it. Plus, recording, you can direct record with this guitar. And just sounds amazing because of that microphone modeling in there. So, let's see. So I'll just do this acoustic for you. Rock and roll, rock on. Hey kid, boogie too, didn't ya? Hey kid, summertime blues, jump up and down in your blue suede shoes. Hey kid, rock and roll, rock on. Where do we go from here? Which is a way that's clear? Still looking for that Still looking for that blue jean baby queen, prettiest girl I ever did see. See her shape on the movie screen. Jimmy Dean, rock on, James Dean. Rock and roll, rock on. Hey kid, boogie too, didn't ya? Hey kid, summertime blues, jump up and down in your blue suede shoes. Hey kid, rock and roll, rock on. Where do we go from here? Which is a way that's clear. Still looking for that, still looking for that blue jean baby queen, prettiest girl I ever did see. See her shape on the movie screen. Jimmy Dean, rock on, James Dean. Rock and roll. Hey kid, rock and roll. Hey kid, rock and roll. Thank you, thanks so much. So that's an old David Essex song that had no chords, so I thought, well, let's mess it completely up and put some chords in it. Okay, so the A series guitars have mic modeling in them. Now I'm just going to check which mic model I was on. So I'm on the Neumann mic model, so you've got that really rich, full sound. Sound great, right? Now I'm going to switch over to the ribbon microphone. And you'll hear that switched over, right? A little thinner sounding. Okay. So I've got those mixed equally with the mic modeling and the undersaddle pickup as well. So you can blend however you like the taste of that. Plus it's got bass, treble and volume on it as well. So we've got a very versatile guitar that you can record direct and sounds like this live. And I don't know about you, but most acoustic guitars don't sound very good live. And I'm super thrilled that Yamaha have nailed it. Yes, sorry. Yes. Okay, this is A, C, I'll just check because it's a K on this. It's the A4K. So it's the Koa model, and they only made 100 of these last year. And I'm surprised there's still one around.
And you said the electronics are Fishman?
No, Yamaha's own. Yeah, but it's got mic modeling. So remember the A series have mic modeling. The other guitars, Atmosphere is in the FG red labels. Okay. An excellent guitar, and especially at this quality all solid woods for $14.99, I believe it is, which is unreal with a solid case, a hard case. Okay, a little bit about slide technique. Anyone play slide in here? Okay, how do you guys get on with it? Mama Bear, you play a bit of slide? You slide some cocktails down, I know that. Okay, so easy for you guys or tricky? Yeah, okay. Couple of tips for you then, all right? And then we'll move on to the next guitar. And again, if you think of anything, I'll revisit on any of the other guitars, all right? So we're not going to leave you behind. Okay, 2 rules of thumb. Muting in the right hand, muting in the left hand, all right? Now, your slide, I always say, best on the little finger. The other 3 fingers are muting the strings. So you probably saw my hand like this. There's the muting on this side. My slide is going directly over the fret wire. That's where the intonation occurs. So if I'm playing my F sharp from my D chord, I'm right over the wire, not in between. That's why it's tricky, right? Now there's no sound coming from this side of the slide because I've muted it. Now my right hand, you see my thumb is resting on the 4th string and it's muting the 5th and 6th strings too, isn't it? And the other fingers are resting on the other strings, so there's nothing there either. Okay? Now the reason I can get clean slide is because I've adopted those techniques. You didn't hear a ton of notes coming out. You heard the notes I purposely played, didn't you? Melodies, right? So that's going to be key. So let me just back up a little bit and you watch a little bit of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to play the chord tones over the 7th fret. So we've got an A note, the D, and the F sharp. They're the chord tones of D. So my chord. Now watch what I do when I pedal to another string. So my first finger goes down when my thumb's playing and vice versa. All right? So I'm playing like a fingerstyle player. Right? So I'm purposefully targeting the tones I want to play and muting as well. So when I played the 2nd string there, see where my thumb is now? I move across the string, so I'm muting the rest of them. So it's going to take a little bit of practice, but if you don't work on it in that kind of efficient way, you'll never get clean slides. So really target your chord tones, keep the slide straight, and use your fingers to mute the strings. If you don't do that, I'm playing an acoustic guitar. If you add overdrive and you've got volume with that, it can be cacophonous. And you probably know that, right, you guys that play. Okay. Any questions on that before I move on to the next guitar? Questions on the guitar? Questions on technique? Anything? Yeah. Just the guitar? Yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually going to play on a microphone with some other guitars in a second, so yeah. But it's really great to hear. This guitar is so good. When they came out with these last summer, the one that we had at NAMM, I was like, oh my God, I want that guitar. And I should have got it because there was 100 of them. So for this to still be in the store, I think is amazing. Just a drop D. So the low E down to D. But here and now that in open G. Listen to the overtones of this guitar. It's just a great guitar. And with that pickup technology, and it's $14.99. So an amazing guitar. Okay, I'm going to move on to trans-acoustic technology. And what I've been saying to everyone in the workshops, wherever I've gone this week and last week, there are lots of guitar companies on the market and they stick with one pickup type. When you move to Yamaha guitars, we have A series with the mic modeling, FG Red Label that has atmosphere and the 3 pickup system within it. Trans-acoustic has something totally unique that no one else has either, and I'm going to let you hear that for yourselves to see if I can see like a smile go on your face when I play it. Okay. So I'm not going to plug in, right? There's my cable. Give Jim a round of applause, please. You've been incredible for us. Thank you, Jim.
They rerouted my round.
Oh.
Well, I was out of town. I go out of town and I'll get rerouted.
Oh, right, yeah. I know. You handled it. Okay, so this beautiful guitar that you're looking at here is LLTA. TA standing for trans-acoustic. And I'm not going to explain the technology before I do it, but just remember I'm not plugged in, okay? We're miking it up, but no effects are being added to the guitar by the board. I'm going to do that without plugging it in. Close enough for jazz, right? Okay. Hear that? Okay, so what I thank you, thank you. So what you heard me or saw me doing was literally holding down this knob on the top of the guitar, which turns on the trans-acoustic technology. So we have reverb in here and chorus, and we've got a room reverb, hall reverb, and varying degrees of chorus. And it's being created by something that Yamaha have developed called an actuator, and it sits on the back bout of the guitar. And what happens is the resonant frequencies of the chamber activate the activator, and then you get those effects. And again, you can control it on the guitar. Now you get all of those effects as well when it's plugged in. So it's not just, you know, an acoustic guitar with the technology, you get to plug it in as well. And for anyone that picks this guitar up, or any that are in the transacoustic range, we can't get it out of their hands. It's so addictive to the player because you sound better immediately, plus you've got ambience and all the things that you would love to have if you were plugged in, right? But you don't have to be. So you can be at the beach, in the park, wherever you want to be, and be inspired. So if you're a creative type, I think it's going to be wonderful for you. So I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm going to do a song that you probably know. Let's make sure we got it. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus, in America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and a boyfriend too, yeah. It's a long day, living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard. I'm a bad boy, I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. Now I'm free, free falling. Now I'm free, free falling. Ooh. Thank you so much. So to me, I get inspired by something that's inspirational, right? And you actually start wanting to play more. And it's probably one of the coolest technologies that's come on the market. So we have LLTA, LSTA, which is a smaller bodied version of the same guitar. It doesn't have to be in this sunburst finish, it could be a natural finish. We also have FG in the jumbo and the smaller body that has mahogany back and sides. So it's going to have a different tonality to it. So you pick your guitar that works best for your voice, right? And also we have CG, so classical guitar, nylon string guitar, with those effects in it acoustically, plus a small parlor guitar for blues style kind of playing, or if you're a smaller framed person, it's a great guitar for you, okay? Any questions on the technology or anything else?
I am just curious. There's that little black box that came out a while ago that sits up. Is this have anything in common with that?
Okay, I'm not going to talk bad about another company. No, so I'm going to qualify it. So Tonewood is excellent. It sounds amazing, but you have to have that bulky thing on the back of your guitar. We don't. We can put this straight in our guitar case and go anywhere, right? Now the good thing about that is you can put it on another guitar, but it's quite awkward to do. All right. So all of the technology is in here, and it's super easy just to turn on and off. Thank you. And I'm not overdoing the effects. If you want more chorus or you want more reverb, you can. So it's a great guitar for. I think you could justify it in your arsenal of guitars because you don't have it anywhere else, right? It's a justifiable guitar. So anyway, transacoustic technology. It's only available in that line of Yamaha guitars. And, you know, again, 3 different guitars, 3 different pickup types, 3 different wood complements, 3 different sounds. So we have a guitar in the line for you, hopefully, right? So please check them out.
What does that one sell for?
This one, Mandy, is $9.99, is that right?
Yeah, that was $9.99, and then the
Right, with 10% off tonight. All solid woods, solid Sitka, solid rosewood back and sides. Look how beautiful that guitar is. Okay, with that technology in it, and a hard shell case with this too, isn't it, Mandy, I think?
Yes.
Yeah. So amazing. All right, any questions on that before I move on to something else? All good? What about the finger picking, the song approach? Did you like it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
I did see you do something, it looked like you hit the pick, or not, you held the pick.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. So this is what I do. It's become part of my thing. So I get my nails done with acrylic so I can finger pick like this all day. But what I do is if I want to then play single note lines, so if I went from, let's say I can go between the two things. You get a subtle approach with this when you're playing lead guitar, more percussion with the pick. Move on. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move on to a new guitar that came out this year. Again, super incredible guitars called Storia. Now, Storia guitars, I'll give you a bit of background first on them, are been developed for someone who is maybe new to guitar, super comfortable neck to play immediately. The action on them is incredible. They're a smaller body size, not only this way, but the body width, okay? So it makes it super comfortable to play. And they have a pickup in them, it's just a passive pickup. I'm gonna play it and see what you think of the guitar, and then I'll tell you a bit more about it, okay? Are we okay to, oh, I'm not plugged in, am I? So used to that. Okay. And we've got a bunch of these on the floor here that we can pull out, and I want you guys to put this in your hands and hear it firsthand for you, if that's okay. Okay, there's 3 Storia guitars in the line. So Storia 1, 2, and 3. And they've all got a laminate back and sides. And 2 of them have a mahogany top, a solid mahogany top, and one of them has a maple top, a solid maple top, spruce top, sorry. And the spruce top guitar has like a off-white pickled finish, and it looks super cool. Again, it's one of those guitars that you potentially don't have, okay? So let's just check this out. What do you think of the look of this guitar? It's nice, right? So you've got champagne-coloured tuners. You can see the bridge pins. They're actually solid brass. They're not plated or anything. They're solid brass tuners. You've got a walnut fingerboard, which is unusual, but very nice. English luthiers usually use walnut a lot. I've had, again, indigenous woods, right? Sometimes it's better to use those. Okay, so I'm going to play a tiny bit of blues on this guitar, see how we go on it. Got that, Jim? It's okay? Is it coming through? No? Okay. A little tweak. And then I'll finger pick it again as well. Okay. So really comfortable guitar straight away. They've rolled the edges of the fretboard, so there's no sharp edges on the fretboard. It's almost like an electric guitar neck. super low action, small body size. I'll just show you that. See how comfortable width-wise that is. And a passive pickup as well. So if you're not normally an acoustic guitar player, Storia line might be a great place for you to start. Okay, because you're not going to go, oh, this is too hard to play. No, it's going to be comfortable for you. It's going to be a bit harder, obviously. It's usually 12 gauge strings as opposed to 10s, but when you've got a guitar that sounds this good, plays this well, I think it makes it easier to progress as a musician. Would you agree? Like, my first guitar was the hardest thing on the planet to play, and I didn't want to pick it up because it hurt too much to do it. So I think that can put you off. This is tunes. Do a bit of a song so you can hear it with voice. The Curse of the Capo, right?
Capo's adjustable tension, though.
It is, but it still doesn't matter because it's based on the radius of the staff, tension of the strings. There's a lot of variables. Okay. Jesse is a friend, always been a good friend of mine. Lately something changed, it ain't hard to define. Got himself a girl and I wanna make her mine. She's watching him with those eyes, loving him with that body, I just know it. Holding her in his arms late, late at night. Jesse's got a girl and I wanna make her mine. Jesse's girl, I want Jesse's girl, I want Jesse's girl. Why can't I find a woman like that? Why can't I find a woman like that? Play along with the charades doesn't mean a reason to change. You know I feel dirty when you start talking cute. Tell her that I love her, the point is probably mute. She's watching him with those eyes, loving her with that body, I just know it. Holding her in his arms late, late at night. Jesse's got a girl and I wanna make her mine. Jesse's girl, I want Jesse's girl, I want Jesse's girl. Why can't I find a woman like that? Why can't I find a woman like that? Thank you. Okay. So Storia guitars, 3 in the line, different finishes, different tops, okay? Same interior, same pickup, same back and sides, but super easy to play, super comfortable straight away. Try this guitar out because it might just be that guitar that falls in your lap perfectly. Price point, what do you think? With a solid top and a pickup.
500 bucks.
Okay, it's $399. And 10% off tonight. And we've only got one in the store, right? This guy. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to move on to another guitar. I'd like to end the night with the SA2200 that some of you guys have been drooling over. And everywhere we went, they loved it. And Todd, here in the blue t-shirt, bought it last night at our event. Fell in love with it immediately. So thank you, Todd, for that. But you got a winner, because I think so many people wanted it. But I want you guys to hear it, and I want Replay to hear it, because I think it's a guitar that potentially you could carry in the store. You know, it fits well in the line. Okay, so that's the SA 2200, made in Japan, custom made, and you can get them, but they're not easy to get, right? So it's a very special guitar. So I'm going to end on that. Any questions before I do that on
What
anything?
gauge strings do you like on your acoustic?
12s usually, because it's going to move the top. If you start getting into 11s and stuff like that, you're really not moving. This is what's creating the resonance and pushing the air. And if you go lower than that, you're really not getting much out of your guitar. The low action obviously is helping. If you want to go lower gauge strings because you're a beginner or it's easier, go there knowing that you probably want to progress through a higher gauge. Make sense? Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to some electric stuff. Be thinking of any questions, because we're nearing the end of the workshop, and I'm happy to answer them, and I know we're going to spend some time on the floor helping you if anyone's interested in playing anything. And of course, if you're interested in... Bless you. And if you're interested in obviously picking anything up tonight and getting the incentive of 10%, it's a win-win, okay? Promise I won't drop it.
Can we be allowed to take his guitar later?
What was that, sorry?
Can we be allowed to take his guitar later?
No, we've given him a protection plan.
Guys, feel free to try it. I'll take this.
Let's put this here for a second.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, he's been incredibly gracious to let us, again, use it tonight again for this last workshop. But guys last night were playing on it, and he'd already decided he was going to get it, so that was so nice that you did that.
Music is something we share.
What was that?
Music is something we share.
While you said that, so I just want to impart this while I'm setting up. One of the things that has become really apparent to me over the last few years of playing and teaching and just performing music is that sometimes I think we forget that you should feel something, right? You don't just play music, you should feel it. And I think a lot of guys are very technical and they've got all the chops and everything, but it's very mechanical. And if you're not feeling it, you're missing the best part, right? So I always say it doesn't matter how complex the song is. If you moved someone, if you enjoyed it, if it was a joyous noise in the room, you felt something. David today, we were just talking to David there, don't walk off, you're part of this story. So Mandy and I are in the back room there, and he was saying he had to learn Love of My Life by Queen for a very important occasion. I won't go into that, but... And he started playing it, and I was tearing up because I know what the lyrics are, right? We're going to do it now. You should feel something. When you play, feel it, right? So I always say to people, if you can, sing. You don't have to be best singer. What you're going to do is you're going to hear resonant frequencies through your body in the guitar. And when you couple that together, magic happens, right? So remember that. There's my little Robbie wisdom for the night. But I feel it, and the reason I love to be at these events and work with Yamaha is I love music and I love inspiring people. And I want to do it as long as I can. So, yeah, I feel very blessed to be here. Okay. So this will be another song that you all know. Hopefully you'll love it. It's my adaptation of something that you've heard probably a million times. And let's see what we got. sunshine when she's gone. It ain't warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Anytime. Anytime. Sunshine when she's gone. No, only dark clouds fill the day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Anytime. Anytime. Sunshine when she's gone. Thank you, thanks so much. Okay, so SA 2200, 1999, just an amazing custom guitar. If I could own this guitar, I'd be thrilled. It's just super easy to play and quality all the way down the line. So, any questions before we wrap the event? Good? Yeah. Anything? They're Yamaha's humbucking pickups, and they're coil tappable. I would say they're probably a 7, something like that. I wouldn't say they're overwound by any, because it would be overkill on this guitar. You have coil taps for both, okay? So you've got single coils and humbuckers. This is a great all-rounder guitar. Someone actually posted on one of my videos yesterday, "You sound like Larry Carlton." And I'm like, I'm done. My work here is done. Not even close. Anyway, so beautiful guitars. We're going to hang, guys. Come and play them, right? Come and play these guitars. Put them in your hands. Ask questions. We're here for you. And if we can turn you on to something with a great deal tonight, even better for all of us, right? So thank you for that. Going to give some thanks. This is my third time at Replay Guitar, and I feel very honoured to be here every time. They've made us feel very welcome, haven't they, Mandy? All the Yamaha. We're very welcome in the store. We have a Yamaha wall back there. There are guitars over there, not just here. So walk back there, try some things too. Want to thank the store very much. Give the round of applause to Replay Guitar Exchange, please. Very special thanks to my friend Jim, the sound man. Please give him a round of applause. Always goes over and above, never hits the suck button either, do you? Oh! Thanks, Jim. And of course, Mandy Sahar with Yamaha guitars. And again, wealth of knowledge. If you have pricing questions, Mandy or store guys will help you with that as well. And of course, I'm on hand here for anything you want to talk about. Thank you so much. We can't do it without you. You're the most important part. Robbie Calvo here for Yamaha Guitars. Thank you so much.